Hi everyone, I'm here finally. It wouldn't be alive without real life technical difficulties, right? But here I am. How are you guys doing tonight? We are going to talk about some rosemary, but let me take a little sip because that was a lot of a lot of technical stuff going on. But I think we're together now, and yes, okay, I'm back on the scene. While I wait for a few people to hop on, I'm going to have a sip. Have some ice. Okay. And then we're gonna actually get started. That was along this journey of starting this business and really pulling things together. I am learning a lot about technology, and I welcome it because we move so fast in this that if you don't stay caught up, you can miss out completely, right? Well, anyway, tonight we are going to talk about one of the essential oils that I use in my product line. Currently, there are two intentional essential oils that I've selected, one being rosemary and the other being lavender. And we'll talk about lavender at another time. But I wanted to talk about the rosemary tonight, and because it's in the massage oil candle that's out now. And I really want to give you a more in-depth insight about rosemary and exactly why I chose it and the effects that will have its healing properties on our body. So, rosemary, most of us know that. You see it by the roadside. It grows everywhere. It is actually a native herb, and it's found in the Mediterranean region. And it has been used for, not cooking. It's been used for cosmetics, and it's been used for health benefits. Before I get into exactly the benefits on why I chose, I just want to go through a few more details about the rosemary and ways that you can use it. So when I talk about the culinary aspect of it all, there's a couple of things that folks use rosemary for, and this is more common. And I start here because I think about growing up, and around Thanksgiving was parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme for the turkey, right? And that always stuck with me. So you can have a little ground rosemary for your seasoning there. I use that. I mix it up with other herbs and stuff, though, like more of a poultry seasoning if I'm making some poultry, or sometimes I just make it for a salad. And then there's just your nice dry rosemary. I dry these out. And again, I like these. I'll sprinkle them over a salad. One of the things about rosemary, it's super aromatic. I mean, my whole place smells wonderful, and it's very healing. I feel the healing difference. And so while it's drying or while it's fresh, I can pull right from here, or either in my home office or my bathroom, just a little flower arrangement. The smell, and I talk about that smell because it is one of the terpenes, and terpenes are, they give the cannabinoids their aromatic smell. So when you walk in the woods and you smell like pine, you're smelling this terpene, and that one is the pinene, and just like the name says. So I say that about rosemary because that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of when I walk in my home, being in the woods, but a citrusy wood. And upon research, I learned that that's true. And I smell that citrus because the other terpene that is in here is linolene. And I can be pronouncing these names a little off between all my accents on the coast that I've lived on, but I will post the actual terpene little info for you following up on this live. So you just have I'm giving you like brief introductions to these things, but this is where they get their profile from, their scent profile. So take some time, and really the next time you walk by rosemary, if you're going to walk by rosemary tomorrow, if not, sooner, just take time and smell it and see if you can smell the pine, if you can smell the lime in here. And then what it also has, one other terpene, which makes rosemary outstanding, is the beta-carotenoid. Beta-carotenoid. And I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. I know that I am. Carotenoid, but I also know that I'm super close. And that is a unique terpene in itself, because that one is, you'll hear people say that's a cannabinoid as well. It's in the cannabinoid family. So what that means is with a rosemary essential oil with a CBD oil, that which are in the candle here, you're getting that double effect, like almost the entourage effect of both of those oils working together, providing the skin with the healing properties, okay? So before I get into a little bit more detail about that, let me backtrack and talk about this little home arrangement. This is just some eucalyptus, a couple of baby roses, and some fresh rosemary. If you're working from home, you know that whole look can get overwhelming and boring, and change it up a little bit. Bring the rosemary into your workspace. And if you're back at work, bring it into your office. I'll tell you, when I walk in every day, I'm like, or when I wake up in the morning, it's just a different energy, because the rosemary is good for mental clarity. It's a known booster to the mood. And backtracking on that, when we talk about it being an anti-inflammatory and boosting for the mood and clarity, there's this wonderful system, and I'll get into the endocannabinoid system a little bit more on other programming that I do with you, but our endocannabinoid system is made up of neurotransmitters and receptors, and when we take those endocannabinoids, which are made in our body, with these external cannabinoids, phytocannabinoids that are made outside, and we combine them together, we are reaping those health benefits, and we're nurturing that endocannabinoid system. And that may sound a little confusing to many of you, and I want these videos to be a little lighter, but I will be offering more in-depth exploration and explanation into the endocannabinoid system and cannabis as a whole, as well as wellness. And so getting back into the wellness, and we talk about the benefits of the candle, what's in it, not just the rosemary, but there's a shea butter in here and an avocado butter. Two really good butters for your skin. So I talk about my growing up a child with really, I say debilitating because it was extremely debilitating. It was mentally debilitating, it was physically debilitating, and along with that came anxiety and stress, and just made the condition, the eczema condition, worse. So when I started dabbling into natural remedies as I got older, I found that not only was it dietary, but it was a lot of herbal remedies that I could use. And it was a lot of natural butters, like a natural avocado butter. And that's why it's in the candle. Every ingredient in my products I use. And that's how I can make them and keep my skin healthy, my moods balanced, because we're not always happy all the time, right? But it's a mood balance by just incorporating these little things daily. A rosemary plant, you can go to your local Home Depot and pick one up for like $10 and sit it in your home. Medicine, okay? You can take some fresh rosemary leaves and put them and steep them in hot water. There's some tea there. The clarity. Arthritic, if you suffer from pre-arthritic, you know, we all getting up in the age, and this whole new approach to aging, here you go, right in your kitchen. You use a little bit of rosemary, anti-inflammatory, but also soothing. Some science I see that they say it helps in the prevention of Alzheimer's disease. But if you're looking to spice it up a little bit, you can always make a cocktail. I'm always going to tell you how to make a cocktail, even though I'm doing Sober January and probably beyond, because I'm really liking the way I feel. But there are other options. This is a nice Moscow Mule with no alcohol, but it's some fresh rosemary, my version of a Moscow Mule, lemon and ginger, and a little fresh lemon there. So these are just little culinary ways, but that you can utilize the plant. These are topical ways by using the massage oils with the rosemary in it. And again, the added bonus here is having the CBD oil and the shea butter and the avocado butter. Okay, so those are just a few things that I wanted to talk about the rosemary. Oh, and there's one other thing, that if you're having trouble growing your hair or your hair is falling out, this is one of the top herbs for hair growth. So you can make your own little shampoo, a great shampoo to make. And I'll admit, I don't use this shampoo because I have my own that I use, but a great mixture, and I probably will give it a try, is some nice aloe gel and some fresh rosemary oil. And I should say, you never ever want to ingest essential oils, meaning don't take them orally. And if that's something you practice, I do hope that you're practicing that with your healthcare provider. So these are topical, or you can use fresh rosemary. I'll tell you one other fun fact that I use my rosemary for, and I made one to show you. This is nice for the shower, a little aromatherapy in your shower. So the rosemary oil, and again, in the candle, when you're burning it in your home, I tell you, I put it in my bathroom. I burn it before I get in the shower. I have this hanging in the shower, which is, again, just some eucalyptus and fresh rosemary. I'll tell you, in all honesty, it's been life-changing since I've incorporated rosemary with intention into my diet and into my home. So I recommend you do these things. These are fun, economical things that you can just pick up anywhere, or make it a craft project. If your kids have a bathroom, have them make them for their bathroom, or nice little gifts, okay? You can give them away. Let's see, anyone have any questions or anything? I love rosemary too. I'll tell you, like I said, as a kid, I didn't eat rosemary, parsley, sage, or anything like that. But now as I explore and dive deep into this herbal medicine and product creation, even though I've used them before, really diving deeper when I think about product creation, wellness products for the folks and myself, it is mind-blowing, the benefits that are in our backyards, or can be in our backyards, or on our patios, or on your windowsill. This resides inside. This is not an outdoor one. I have another one outdoors. So there's a couple things I want to tell you. So this is the candle, my massage, and it's a 3-in-1 basically. You got your moisture, you got your aromatherapy, and you got your anti-inflammatory benefits in there. So when you order that, we're giving you a sample of my next product to come out, which is going to be the Body Love, and I'm going to talk to you guys about this. Valentine's Day, watch out. That's all I'm going to say, but that's a nice one. And then with that, you would get a nice sample of, not even a sample, it's a free order of my gummies. So yes, lots of fun stuff to come up. I like to keep these short so I don't waste your time, but I provide you with hopefully some takeaways, and you can always leave questions for me. And again, I'm going to talk more about the endocannabinoid system and how these herbs and these aromatherapies and just cannabis in general can help support the endocannabinoid system, but not only through cannabis, right? Some of you may not want to use cannabis. Well, then in movement, in meditation, in breath work, these things to help us create balance, help that endocannabinoid system balance out, creating a little peace, decreasing that stress, hopefully promoting better night's sleep, and just a general way to navigate the world better, right? Because we are all going through this together, even if our lives are so different, right? We're all experiencing this trauma. And as we begin to heal from it, my goal is that we begin to heal and take a more natural path to heal, and take time out and really love on ourselves and treat ourselves well. You know, that love, that luxury, and that longevity, that is what I'm all about. And that's what I hope to share with you. That's my intention. So anyway, because I could talk all night and all day, cheers, and until the next live, here we go. Bye guys, happy 2020.